and I probably shouldn't be. Probably should just get on with the show. So, we will indeed just get on with the show. In just a second. There we go. And now we're good. Alright, so, for the YouTube archive, hello there, everybody. My name might possibly be Bwarch, and this is going to be something a little bit special. So, there is this idea that comes up every now and then, and the idea is that first-person shooters suck. They just suck, okay? Now, the counterpoint to this, I think, is a few of the old first-person shooters, because the new school design does suck. But there's a few things that you can do, and there's things that you should do, that can really spice up the gameplay and make a first-person shooter just as good as any other game. And in this game, I think it exemplifies that supremely with good game design. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get in the first level here. Hello there, Mers bro. Welcome to the stream. Oh wait, that's totally you, isn't it, Moths? Cool. At the dawn of the 21st century, mankind makes a startling discovery. Beneath the sands of the earliest known human civilization, traces of another, even more ancient but technologically advanced civilization are uncovered. The profound scientific implications of this discovery leads humankind to the far reaches of the universe. Everything seems perfect, but too perfect to last. In the year 2104, human civilization is attacked by countless deadly monsters spawned from another dimension. I'm going to stop reading because I've totally been too slow on the uptake. But I'm going to let it scroll anyway for anybody who wants to read. Hello, Nate. How's it going? Dream, I just want to say that your YouTube title, like, it took me a little bit, but then it's like, that's the perfect name for Dream, okay? Mers, bro. I love it. The choice of whom to send is obvious. This game takes itself seriously, and then not seriously at the same exact time. It's glorious. Now you guys are going to have to tell me, this is going to be the first game that I'm doing on the stream that's going to be with mouse and keyboard. So you're going to have to tell me just how annoying my mechanical keyboard is going to be for this. Because this might actually not be the best idea to do this. Nate's studying like a good student. You don't have to go through this cutscene, you can just skip it. But I'll go ahead and let them do their thing. Have a little bit of cinematic appeal. Especially since this game is actually really, really light on cinematic appeal. This is just a remake of Serious Sam 1, actually. Just an HD remake. So they updated the textures, and they added, like, floral stuff here and there. Like, they filled out areas that were, like, really, really blank. So this will be an HD remake of the first one. And it does okay, I think. It does decently. Although some of the monster design might be a little bit like, I love the environment design, but the monster design, it's like, it's weird to see some of them. And there's our protagonist, Sam Sirius Stone. I will not be reading too much of the Nitriska stuff, because the Nitriska stuff is way too text-heavy. So we've got our normal first-person shooter controls. Some weapons you'll have to reload and some you won't. Now this first area is actually really interesting, because there are a lot of secrets in it. A lot of secrets. So without further ado, let's completely ignore the plot point that it's that way, and the progression, and let's go this way. Take a little stroll, why don't we? Dream says that, well, Mersborough says that Serious Sam 2 was good, but 1 is great. Oh, they say that they like 2, but 1 is great too. Which, Serious Sam 2 just improved on everything that Serious Sam 1 had. As far as, like, the first encounter, the second encounter. Bwarch, did you post about the stream in the odd chat? I did. Did it not show up? First secret of the game. So you can encounter these guys much, much later. And you're supposed to encounter these guys much, much later. But if you choose to go after the secret, you're going to encounter them much, much earlier. And it's going to take us absolutely forever to actually kill them. In fact, I might actually die here in going after this secret. Because we only have our normal pistol. In fact, I probably should have gone for our second pistol, which will be able to dual wield with. I know entirely too much about this game. I've played this game countless times, and I love it to its very core. I love its game design sense. I love the numerous amount of secrets that there are. Those rockets that they're firing at us, by the way, are very dangerous for us. But luckily, they're very slow moving. So that's the one thing that I think modern shooters like really, really get wrong, is in fact the idea that bullets are very, very boring to deal with, and they're very, very boring to design around. Whereas if you design like rockets and lasers and stuff, you can have some really interesting stuff happen from that. This is going to take forever. Oh! Whip is disconnected from Skype. Or is in some disconnect limbo, as Skype always has its problems. Now, the big thing with Serious Sam, of course, is that your strafing is really important. Your dodging is really important. Like, this is a very, very much, like, you can almost consider this, like, dodgeball the game. Because that's a lot of what you're going to be doing. These guys are simple enough to deal with, but there's going to be a lot of different enemy types that we're going to be seeing. Let me see, is there anything else out here that I'm forgetting about? I don't think so. I think there was just that. So we'll go ahead and head on to the actual progress. And we'll kill these guys along the way, because there's nothing really too much to do on the way back. Other than stare at these really, interestingly textured dunes. Like, it's like the bare minimum on dune design, right? Just having a nice little stroll in the sun. Don't mind me. Sam Serious Stone, I am. Let me see, where exactly is... Just gotta make sure that I'm heading the right way. We have taken these guys on a nice little circle. And I hope they have enjoyed their ride along the way. Luckily, our walk speed was much, much faster than they could catch up to us with. Because otherwise, we would have had problems. The only thing that's making this kind of annoying is the dunes that's making it hard to hit them. Hey, Hilu, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. I worry too much about viewers, I think. Because when I first started the stream, I was really wondering, like, is anybody going to show up? Why isn't anybody here already? But, as it turns out, I just gotta wait a little bit for everybody to show up, and I'll get my little regulars back. Hello, everybody. Love you guys. Keeping me company as I keep you company. Nice little symbiotic relationship we have, isn't it? I am doing decently. I am doing very decently. It is getting into this Christmas season, and I don't really like the Christmas season because of exactly what happens to my family during the Christmas season. But, beyond that, and beyond the usual yelling that I can expect in the Christmas season, I am doing A-okay for today. And there was the first secret of the game, everybody. We got some ammo that we can't even use. We got our health topped out above our normal health. We have 200 health. now. Or at least we would have had 200 health if I hadn't gotten hit. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you the second secret of the first area. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, that the faces on these fellas are in fact the developers of the game. The original developers, that is, with Crow Team. That's who these fellas are. Very odd looking fellas, aren't they? I forget if there's anything down here. Rockets. More ammo that we can't use just yet. There actually might even be a rocket launcher that I don't know about that you can get very early on. I know that the second one has that kind of thing. Hello, hello. Back in the day, they knew how to make secrets, man. They knew damn well how to make secrets. Hey Bwarch, can you play Nate's practice psychology quizzes online? I can't, that's way too hard for me. Now, as for the question that was much earlier on with the mechs, with the giant guys, those guys take like very few hits actually, but the pistol is one of the weakest guns in the game. Like, we were, you know, it's just, like, you can go after that secret for whatever reason. But once we get, like, more and more weapons later on, those mechs will go down much easier once we meet them. Like, the game has a very nice little difficulty curve. Like, now you're seeing, like, these guys, and these guys are really simple and easy to dodge. Now here is our first weapon pickup, and our second regular monster design. These are called Gnars, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
This was also the game design era where one-liners were really in, as it were. Yeah, I was right, they are Gnars. Cool. We'll have Serious Sam go ahead and look at his nice little new pistols. Armor pickups. Third enemy's design, a bomber. He has a little martyrdom at the end of it, too. His bomb will explode upon death. I think if I actually try and go and pick that up, that some new monsters will spawn. This was the old, like... Crow Team did something really interesting with this game, where, like, they would drop, like, power-ups and whatnot, and you would have, like, health pickups like that, and you could go to for them, but you would actually make it harder for yourself by going for the power-up sometimes. Like, I think if I go for this, like, fish spawn, like, I suppose I might... Like, it's useless to go for this health pickup because I'm already full on health, but... Alright, so they didn't spawn. So I'm misremembering entirely. Alright. But we're gonna have to worry about stuff like that, incredibly so. With monsters spawning once we go and pick up some new health and whatnot. And ammo. Isn't there a female Gnar at some point? Yes, there is.
Yeah, baby.
Love the... Those saves are fairly new to me. These purple ones, by the way, are the female Gnars. So the males are the brown ones and the females are the purple ones. Ah, I forgot about that guy. And what he does. You're gonna have to learn the enemy designs a lot if you want to dodge properly. Hello, my favorite monster in the game. The clear skeleton. These guys are freaking awesome. Their jumping attacks are best evaded by sidestepping. The skeletons in this game are awesome. They're just my favorite thing, just because of how you have to act around them. Like, you just have to constantly sidestep them. And it creates this really interesting thing once they start sending, like, hordes of those guys after you. Walking down into the second level. 3 million points. Not bad. For my first time. And we are very near the Temple of Thutmose. You have to enter the temple, but be careful! My super hearing detected some screaming from the inside. Johari thought that I was a girl all along. Interesting. There's a couple of people that have made that mistake, mostly due to Avatar. And here's my second favorite enemy design. Kamikazes.
Oh, yourself.
Oh, God, no. No, 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 no. Really, really easy to spot. And as long as you hit them before they get to you. But if they get to you, they'll explode on you. And you'll take a lot of damage. I love this game. This game is amazing. Walking over the ridge and you get to see a few more guys. Very horde-based kind of game, honestly. They'll send waves and waves of guys after you after a certain point. They'll start you off fairly easy and we'll have like mostly one-on-one battles to begin with. But as the game goes on, it will get harder and harder. I thought I'd be able to study with pleasant commentary. Instead, it's just Alright, so Bwarch's secret knowledge coming to play. There is a couple of secrets here that are really, really interesting. I'll show you one of them for sure. So you might be able to hear in the background that that bird kind of call. There's actually a reason for that, and it's not just ambience. I might die here. In fact, let's go in and save. Oh, there are much less than I remember there being. So these are the harpies of the game. At least I think they're just called harpies. Now they will smack at you if they get close enough, and if they can't get close enough, then they'll just throw projectiles at you. I remember that section being a lot harder. But then again, I was playing at a harder difficulty. That's probably what it was. Because I'm playing on the normal difficulty, because I'm doing the show, of course. But on harder difficulty, I think they put more monsters in, like, all of these spaces. And that's what I was remembering, because the last time I played through this game, I wanted to challenge myself. So let's go ahead and check out the name. Yeah, the Scythian Witch Harpy. And we get to see an... This secret is much easier to access. Both of these secrets are much easier to access in the HD remake. In the original game, you had to do some really freaking crazy stuff with the geometry in order to actually, like, access this. Now, I'm not going to go this way because this is actually a shortcut that you can use to, like, cut through, like, a third of the game, I believe. I think? Maybe I'm misremembering that? In fact, I think I'm misremembering that. Anyway, I'm not going that way because that's not the way to progress. We're going to go the normal way. In all fairness, monster count was how Doom did difficulty. Interesting. Now this is where things start to get interesting. Also, just listen for a moment and just listen to like how atmospheric like this room is. And you can hear the fire crackling in the background there. This game could be very atmospheric in between when they would throw monsters at you. My mind keeps wanting to confuse this game with Pajama Sam. Two very different games. Two very, very different games. We're gonna have a little bit of fog here. And then we're gonna get a clear gangbang. Hello, skeletons. I want to call them clears, but that's like way too hard to say, so I'll call them skeletons. It's not like I'm wrong anyway. Gosh dang, this is so much easier on normal. But later on in the game, I'm going to need it to be on normal anyway. Because later on down the game, especially in the end game, it gets frickin' insane. So it's good for me to just have this on normal for now. Bye, kamikazes.
I'm over here, you stupid headless freaks.
I'm gonna go quiet, just let Sam do his thing every time he wants to say a one-liner. Now this game had a couple traps up its sleeve. Trap number 1. In the original version of the game, that boulder was much slower. And you would just be able to walk back and just have it like calmly scroll by. It was hilarious. This is my first time kind of playing the HD remake, and I'm kind of liking like everything that they did. They even retextured the boulder. Lots of interesting little things done with the HD remake of this game. That health pickup, by the way, we can't pick up because we can only pick up some health pickups when we're below 100 health. And right now we're at 177. We're pretty beefy, honestly, as far as like health is going. Don't have to worry at all. That being said, where's the kamikazes? I love the kamikaze design because when you hear them, you know that you have to concentrate on them. This game just has amazing game design sense, honestly. Just all over. Let me switch to something else here. There we go, that feels a little bit better. I hated these guys as a kid. They scared the frick out of me. Here they actually look a little bit comical in the HD remake. Like, I think I kind of prefer like the original version of these guys as far as texture. Now, what are they called? They are called the Marsh Hoppers from original Kintaris. Marsh Hoppers. I'm just gonna call them frogs or toads, whatever strikes my fancy at the time. You can hear the monsters in the background just waiting for me. Actually, thinking about the earlier comparison to Doom, this is kind of like it, gameplay-wise. I would be very surprised if the Serious Sam developers were not enormously inspired by Doom. Like, if you made a first-person shooter in, like, the 90s, you were inspired by Doom. That's just how it goes. Either that or Quake, which Quake was inspired by Doom anyway, so, you know. Albeit it likes to take itself less seriously, which is a good thing. I mean, like, Doom didn't take itself, like, too terribly seriously, kind of. Like, they just didn't have, like, any writing material, right? Like, all they had was, like, the head. And, like, the head would, like, do some funny stuff sometimes. Yeah, I guess, like, Doom was kind of a more serious game, wasn't it? been a little bit more damage than I would have liked. That's okay. Spawn one behind me, one in front of me. Trap design, don't you know? I told you, once you go for like armor and stuff, and once you go for ammo, you're going to be ambushed a lot in this game. They're going to punish you for every little bit of ammo that you want to grab. Like there. Like they've actually got it like set for triggers. So once you grab something, that is actually what triggers the spawning of the enemy. It's not based on position, I think. I wasn't really supposed to do this. I was supposed to run away, actually. Whatever, man. Oh, freaking exploded right in my face. Okay, and back out in the valley we go. The Quake and Doom generation of the first-person shooter. Yeah, absolutely. All very good shooters, all with their own intricacies. I think the best designed one for me personally, though, is probably Serious Sam, though. But this one did come, like, third, I think. So, I mean, like, it makes sense. Just taking a look around here, admiring things. Get a little bit... I don't like the sun flare that you get there, actually. Like, that doesn't make sense, like, at all. You could at least give, like, a lens flare effect, and that might be better than just, like, reddening the screen. You see the boulder up there? Like... This is the old school kind of design where, like, they would let you see, like, the traps before they were upcoming. Very, very nice. If you knew where to look, and you knew how to look. You know, if you look right here. Oh, you can see one right there, too. There's two? Oh, there's two boulders. I think if I'd been able to grab those, some monsters would have spawned. Which is kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and grab this health and see how hard it is to actually survive this boulder. We knew it was coming, so not so hard at all. And I don't even need the health, so hey. Those enemies are so goofy. I take it you're talking about the marsh hoppers. Yeah, I don't like them. Like, at least for their texture. Their texture is really bad. Now here we have the bull. It's probably called something else. I don't care, I'm calling him the bull. The bulls in this game, oh my god, they're probably like, along with the kamikazes, they're like the first priority enemy that you're gonna have to take care of first. So here's where we're gonna set off the second boulder. Oh, I was the boulder was supposed to kill, like, the skeleton, I think. Just barely missed him based on what his AI did. Oh, and here we get another mech. Very reminiscent of the rocket mechs that we saw, actually. This is the laser mech. My shotgun is not so good at long distance, but I'm going to keep on using it anyway. Because gosh dang it, it's a shotgun. Whoa, did you see that guy like turn around and just start firing? It was awesome. Let's take a close look at this. Oh, he disappeared. I forgot that they do that. But these guys don't do that. Okay, I didn't realize that their head was literally a saw. Is that what the HD remake? I think in the original they were just headless. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff with this HD remake. It's kind of fun, actually. Ow. Didn't even try to dodge that because I wasn't expecting it. Fuck you. Now, one thing to note, along with the blood and whatnot that we're seeing, is that you do have a bit of a choice. They actually give you a choice, interestingly enough. You can have the blood be red, green. You can have the blood be hippie blood and kid's blood, and you can have no blood. So let's go ahead and try out hippie blood for a second. Why not? Because I don't know exactly what that is, although I have some ideas. I wonder what you said what to, Helu. I wonder if they took away... Ah, there we go. That's a much... I kind of dig like what the HD remake did for the secrets. These were so much harder to get back then. Whoa! Hey, hi. How's it going? Oh, you are so angry. So angry. Take a chill pill, please. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to like what the blood was. Flowers. Of course. The blood will test positive for most drugs. Hippie blood. The audience is much better at the jokes than I am sometimes. And then, let's go ahead and try out kid's blood. Why not? While we're at it. It doesn't change past blood, which is really interesting. Second level done. As for level size, the game does have a fair amount of levels. This is story stuff. I believe this is a key that we need to get into another area. I say need because it just does it on its own. Like, technically, like, you need this stuff, but it's not something that you actually do in the gameplay. You're just able to access the areas. They had to give something for the writers to do. Like, the way the writing is actually done in this game is probably like, the worst part about it. Like, this game would be done much, much differently in, like, the modern day. And in fact, it was done much differently in the modern day. So Kid Blood is stars. Because this game actually received a reawakening in the form of Serious Sam 3. And Serious Sam 3, I think, completely and totally missed the point of what made the originals so great. I actually hate the third game. Oh, that was awesome! I'm keeping the stars on. God, it's gonna be that great. I fucking love this game. The stars. It's just so vibrant. Oh. You can hear it in the background. The call of like a new enemy that we're gonna see very, very soon. Ah, I didn't dodge in time. Gotta get my reflexes up for this game. I've seen quite a lot of kids' blood in my day, but nothing came quite close to what I was expecting, to be honest. Hello! Oh god, so many Nars! Narwhal, narwhal, everybody loves a narwhal. Oh, fuck you. No! I hate the bombers. Like, in the early game, like those are the guys that will hit me, like, the most. Just because of how they act. Fuck! Where'd you come from? Screw you! explode into a fiery death of stars, for all it's worth. Oh, I wish we had time to look at those lollipops that we saw drop out of him. Ah, it's gonna have to wait. How's my health doing? My health's doing just fine. We're on normal after all. I can't even imagine how easy this game would be on frickin' easy. Normal is probably just right for me, especially for the show. Like, it's gonna be like a cakewalk in the beginning, but once we get to a certain point, and once we get to the more horde-based levels, that's where I'm gonna really like that we're on normal. And it'll just be a perfect difficulty level. Oh, god damn it, the lollipops disappeared. That sucks. Those pouncing skeleton things are horrifying. Clear skeletons, man, I love them. They're awesome. It's especially great when, in the later game, you have to face, like, just hordes and hordes of them. Especially once we get into, like, the more open areas that aren't, like, claustrophobic like this, you'll get to see that they have, like, this projectile attack that's really interesting. But they just don't do it in close quarters. A chainsaw? Also his head. Did they even, like, model his spine? What is going on there? It looks like a face. Those stars are amazing. Indeed they are, I do agree. What did Serious Sam 3 do, or not do, that wasn't in line with the prior installments? Design. They just had horrible game design sense. Like, you had enemies that were just, like, regular enemies that were, like, from a military shooter. That would just fire at you, and it wouldn't be like a projectile. Like, the great thing about Serious Sam is that everything is dodgeable. And in the third one, they had enemies that were not dodgeable. Like, purely simply, like, that is horrible game design sense, in my opinion. And it's what makes, like, modern military shooters, like, such a slog to play through. Because there is no dodging bullets. But the great thing about this is that you can see everything coming. You can react to it. You can dodge it. You can learn enemies. You can learn what they do. And how to react to them. You can react to them, you know? All the damage that you take is due to your own reflexes. It's not due to, like, just the fact that the game is designed so that you take, like, thousands and thousands of bullets and you just heal it away like it's nothing. No, I have a specific amount of health that depletes over time. And I have to manage that. And if I don't manage that, then it's my own damn fault. And that's where the third one screwed up, in my opinion. Just simply by having much, much worse game design. Although, that being said, this is the only enemy in the game that does attack you with actual bullets. And then it turns into more normal shooter design where you have to actually take cover. But this enemy is used, like, very rarely. And whenever this enemy appears, it will actually scream. So it's not like it comes out of nowhere and you don't really know about it. That's another thing too. Like, all the enemies, like, they all have, like, sound bites. Which is really, really nice. Like, I'll play this first game for sure. I might play the second one, especially since the second one is pretty great. And then maybe we'll check out the third one, just so that I can, like, rant about it a little bit. Possibly. Possibly. We might do all that. We also might not. This is my least favorite enemy in the game for, like, that reason. Like, it kind of goes against, like, the rest of the amazing design in the game. But it also has, like, its own good design. Like, if you shoot her, then she'll be stunned for a second. She'll scream at you when she first arrives. Like that. And you can hear them from a long way away, so it has some design sense. Ooh, the rocket launcher there. I forget how to get it, though. Like, there's a whole lot of secrets in this game that I still haven't figured out. There's just a lot that I know just from, like, how much I've played the game. I can go ahead and clean these guys up while I can from long distance. Kill the scorpion bitch in a very cheesy way, because why not? Then have a wonderful little starburst happen while we're doing it. I don't think I'm ever going to turn off that blood effect. Like, I might switch it over to hippie sometime, but I'm enjoying the stars too much. Where are these guys? They're up there. Oh god! Here we see a frickin' floating Gnar. Flying Gnar, I should say. You're gonna see those a lot more. They're literally just the head. Like, no limbs, just flying. It's kinda creepy, actually. There's a fair... I wish I'd gotten a better view of that guy ragdolling. If you can cheese an enemy, do it. That's what I always say. That's a very good opinion. Very good opinion indeed. Alright, where are the guys that I'm hearing? Oh, there you are. Hello. Goodbye. Like it ain't no thing, man. Whoop! I just like looking at the little bits every now and then. Just admiring, like, the texture work that the HD remake did. These guys look much different from, like, the original game. Like I said, like, I love the environmental stuff more. And probably, like, the game is more optimized in the HD remake. But I like the original monster designs and textures a lot more. Hello, Maiku. Welcome to the stream, bud. Oh, God. Cheese! It tastes like cheddar. What's everybody's favorite cheese? I'm kind of partial to Swiss and pepper jack myself. I'm enjoying myself so much. See that flicker? There's also the music that I'm paying attention to. Because we've got the music that's going on and off. Ow. Oh god, and the Gnar. The fucking Gnar! Where'd the clear go? There you are. Hey, ah! Those Gnar, man. Come out of nowhere and they always scare the hell out of you. There's a fair amount of enemies in this game that scared the crap out of me as a kid. Like, just imagine, like, 10-year-old me just going through this game. Yeah, gonna be the best. And the enemies were scaring me, like, the entire time. Especially with, like, the sudden, like, spawns that they have. Alright. Gotta love Bryce's whip, smoked goida, Havarti. Man, you guys are saying some cheeses that I have never had. I've never had Bry, I've never had Goita, I've never had a Havarti. I might have to try them sometime. Although they're probably, like, really expensive, right? Like, the only thing I have in the house very often is just Swiss. Which I'm fine with. Swiss is okay. I admit I have a complete lack of taste and all cheese tastes the same. Tastes the same. Considering when I'm playing, I like that typo. Ah, hello. Greetings and salutations. Fuck you! Oh man, get some Bry. Not that bad on the price. I'll try it sometime. I've always been kind of interested in trying like all the cheeses that are out there, because there's a lot. In like a very weird way, there is a lot of cheese out there. Probably like the #1 thing that has like the most food variations, right? So I'm just barely remembering that I completely left the rocket launcher behind. I could also try looking for some secrets, because I think... trying to remember. Is there any secrets that I remember to be specific about? Because there's secrets here. There's secrets that we can do, that we can get. I think I remember one of them, actually. I think I remember how to get that rocket launcher. We gotta backtrack for it, but it might be worth it. Like, especially since we did pick up all the rocket launcher ammo in all of our excursions before this. We can't go back, though? Past a certain point? Oh, that kind of sucks. Although the rocket launcher is right there. Oh, jeez. Man, it's gonna drive me absolutely insane. What's that sparkliness there? Fuck yeah. The rocket launcher is ours!
Firepower.
Not sure what the most varied category of food would be, haha. I don't know, I think it's cheese. Bread is pretty varied, but not as much as cheese, I feel. Get some Danish Havarti. It's justifiable in terms of price. Would I have to import it? Although I've never really taken a look at like what actually you can buy in stores. So I'm not even sure like what's actually there. And it might actually just be there. And I'm just being an idiot. But yeah, Havarti and Bry. Those are the cheeses that I'll have to try sometime. Sounds good. Cynic! Welcome to the stream! We are indeed discussing cheeses right now. Our favorites and the general prices. Don't want to waste my rockets on these guys. In fact, I'm probably not going to use the rocket launcher for a while, actually. Until we get into more open spaces. Oh god, where's the kamikaze? There's the kamikaze. Hello, fella. Lollipop! Hee hee. Lying beside a cut head. Always nice and lovely. He looks so mad. You can hear the music going, telling us that there's a monster that we can see. I can see him right there. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, switch over to the shotgun. Boom. Boom. We got the armor up there, which is another secret that I might be able to figure out, and I might not. Oh god. There's a whole lot of statistics that I remember about this game, as far as like how many bullets like stuff would take, and the Scorpion ladies take 2 rockets, and that is the best weapon to actually take them out with. Keep an eye out for like secret stuff, sparklies. Maybe panels that we can push. In fact, I think it is a panel that we can push that will be how we get up there. Whoa! Hello! Hi, Clear Skeleton. How is your day going? My day is going amazingly. Fuck you, Bomber. I will always hate the Bombers. I don't care, like, how harmless they are. What's everyone's favorite bread? Bread. Okay, so there's this bread that they have at Subway that is like Italian herbs and cheese. And it's just like Italian bread, and I think they melt cheese into it. And that tastes amazing. I love that bread so much. But it's only something that I can ever get at Subway. I'm not even sure if I can buy it like anywhere else. I've had some really incredible croissants. I love pastries. Give me a pastry and I'm all over that. Oh god! Don't explode on me! He didn't explode? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! Where's the kaboom? Italian Subway bread. You can definitely buy cheesy bread. This seems like a secret. Oh yeah, secret patches that have been found. Nice. Tommy gun ammo for a gun that we don't have yet. And here's where we get to that armor. Just have to crouch along the way. Okay, I want you to just note just how much like this crouches. Like, I can't imagine this looking like anything other than comical from an outside perspective. Like, I look like I squish myself down into being like 1 foot tall. And this is considered a crouch too. It's not considered a prone. It is actually a crouch in the game options. Just crab walk the entire way. Crab walk to victory. Alright, moving on. I haven't eaten at Subway in like at least 3 years. Oh, I love Subway. And it's so weird to hear when people hate Subway, honestly. But I suppose like that's just like... It's not based on the franchise, it's based on the cook. And the sandwich artist. And how fresh they keep their ingredients. So I suppose it makes sense for people to hate, like, certain Subways. Oh wow, I activated him from, like, this far away? That's interesting. Might as well cheese it. Oh god, move! Got these guys over here, they're sneaking up. I'm very surprised that it triggered there. Alright, we'll be able to have some good use of the rocket launcher in this room, I think. Ow. Oh, where's the kamikaze? Oh, this guy's actually more prominent. Alright. Monster Management in Serious Sam. It's a fun game. You've heard of City Management. Now introducing Monster Management. I just want the double-barreled shotgun! Even if it's going to kill me! Everybody loves the Bwarch shotgun. It's just the favorite weapon in, like, any FPS. And God have mercy on your soul if you make a bad double-barreled shotgun in your game. Ah! Nope, not today, Clear. So, interesting little factoid. You can... It takes 2 shots with the single-barrel shotgun to actually kill these guys. And if you're close enough with the double-barreled shotgun, it only takes 1 shot. It's kind of nice. Got a little bit of interesting, little bit of consistency there. Just mowing through these guys like it's nothing. Like, the game's difficulty isn't in the single, like, one-on-one kind of encounters, because any monster in this game is actually pretty easy to take on, like, one-on-one. The difficulty comes from having to deal with hordes of them at the same time. Oh God, not these guys. Fuck off. I hate the marsh hoppers. Especially since I don't have, like, the proper gun for them. Like, the best gun for these guys is, like, the Tommy gun. And I don't have that yet. That didn't even kill it! God dang it, man. Die! Die! Screw you! So we aren't really, like, having to worry about our ammo too much. Especially because we're in the mode that we are in. But ammo is definitely something that you would have to be concerned with if it was in, let's say, hard mode. Or serious mode, as it were. I think there's a serious mode, isn't there? Because the pistols in this game are, like, one of the only guns that is, like, infinite ammo. But everything else has a finite amount of ammo. So that's something worth considering. Let me go and pause here, because I haven't read the chat in a while. Interested in what you guys are saying. Subway and Wendy's are probably my favorite fast food places, even though I barely go to them. Subway is probably, like, my absolute favorite. Wendy's I'm kind of on. Like, I prefer, like, Carl's Jr. over Wendy's. Clear projectiles are literally double-ended flails. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it is, actually. My favorite fast food place is Rofo. Never heard of it. Royal Farms is what it is. Interesting. Never heard of it. Ah, Helu has a very interesting thing. I can imagine difficulty by setups being a thing too, like enemies in positions you can't harm them immediately, but you have to deal with their attacks for a little bit till you reach a vulnerability. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of places in this game where they're going to have, like, some interesting situations that are kind of like that. Like, there's one point in the game, I forget if it's in this one or a different Serious Sam, where they just straight up put you in a cage, and you have to survive for a set amount of time until you beat, like, all the monsters that are coming at you. Royal Farms may or may not be East Coast. '7-Elevens are everywhere, aren't they? I would think so, anyway. I can't imagine, like, the country not being covered in 7-Elevens, weirdly enough. Dang, look at all the gore that scorpion left. The red version, by the way, is the harder version. So it takes more hits, and it probably is more dangerous overall. Whereas the orange version, as you saw, only takes 2 rockets. I think the red version takes like 4 or 5. Can't really remember exacts on that one. There's only so many enemies that I've like memorized exactly what kind of hits they take to beat. End of the level, or do we have some enemies to face here? End of the level. And another artifact gained. I'm not going to be covering the story in this game, I've already said that, but we'll be covering the story. Because I just don't care. I just enjoy like the gameplay too much, and I'm almost never a story guy. Especially if it's story that doesn't matter. Like, they really want you to like memorize like geography and stuff. And like they want to like drop names that you know, but I don't know. It's just not integrated into the story in a good way. Like, if you want me to care about story, it's got to be integrated into the game in a good way. And it's not here. It's absolutely not. The story is completely told through Nutriska, so you got to read through like all like this kind of stuff. The double barrel coach gun. Inefficient at long range. There's a proper gun for every situation. So it's kind of interesting seeing the models close up, especially when they're not trying to kill you, right? Alright. New area. And we're going back outside. My favorite. Like, most levels in the game will have you outside. It's just like this very, one of the first levels where you're, like, inside a lot. That is a bull that we can hear in the background there. I can't even pick up a lot of this ammo because I've been managing my stuff so well. Also, whenever you have one of these areas where they give you a ton of resources, actually, you know shit's gonna get real. Why did I shoot a rocket at him? That was freaking overkill. To the absolute maximum. Like, Jesus Christ. Gotta get better at my, I gotta really memorize, like, which gun is which on the scroll wheel. So I can quickly switch between stuff. Like, that's something I'm not doing just yet. Really? That didn't kill you? I shot it right up your butthole, man! He's got a strong ass, I guess. And he's not even an ass. He doesn't even have an ass. Oh, I just barely noticed that bull. Ah! I'm so bad at the weapon switching. The bulls are kind of interesting because they will actually like throw like enemies out of the way. You can actually use the bulls to your advantage probably for like the hordes. Manage things a lot easier. It was glorious, overkill or not. Gonna go ahead and take a look over here. Now this is absolutely going to spawn some monsters. I think. Maybe not. There we go, and I didn't waste a rocket on the frickin' kamikaze. Proud of myself. Where's this bull that we keep on hearing? He'll spawn sometime or another. Always like these little valley kind of segments. Hello, Mr. Hidey Hole. I don't know why I'm calling you Hidey Hole, because you're hiding in a hole, but you're not a hidey hole yourself. Excellent monster management, if I say so myself, as he disintegrates. I heard the music and I knew that something had happened. I always love that. Now, how many rockets do these guys take? 1. So it's good that we actually have the rocket launcher. It's very good that we picked this up. It's going to make this easy. That might not hit. That didn't hit. Bullseye! Red version is the harder version of the blue guys. Takes a few more hits. I think it takes like 3? Only 2 of those actually hit. 3, 4, 5. Takes 5 rockets. Okay. I'll try and remember that as well as I can. Okay, so I think we're officially calling the ambient comp Breezy Days. I would hope so. I didn't even have the music going for you guys. You guys should obey the laws of the physics in the game and actually have music going while you're arriving. The silent killers, as it were. I hate these guys. You don't get a good weapon for these guys until much, much later in the game. And then they stop appearing! Practically. Kind of. Like, just give me a Tommy gun to deal with those guys. Anything else, it's freaking annoying to deal with them. I like how when the bulls are killed, they continue sliding for like 100 miles. Well, I mean, they do have a huge amount of momentum behind them. You know what? After seeing gameplay, I can see why you feel betrayed by undodgeable bullet-based gameplay in SS3. And it's not even just that, it's like a whole bunch of shit that they did. Like, I just feel like the guys that were on Serious Sam 3 just did not understand, like, the original vision at all. Like, every single addition that they had into the game, it just felt bad. Like, they have, like, these turret segments where you have to, like, avoid going into, like, a certain corridor, and then you have to go around and find, like, the switch for, like, the turret to turn it off. And it's like, what? How is that, like this? How is that, like, a good idea to have in a game like this? Like, that's like a spy game mechanic. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff like that is why I hate Serious Sam 3. I mean, it was always weird to me because I heard a whole bunch of people, like, praising Serious Sam 3. And here I am in my corner just frickin' wallowing in frickin' spite over it. Hello! You are an interesting enemy type. Unfortunately, I have the proper tools to deal with you. Although, I think, if I remember right... By the way, their projectiles that they throw at you are homing, and they'll home onto you, and you have to kill their projectiles before they get to you. Very, very interesting enemy design. You just don't see good ideas like that anymore in shooters. If I remember right.
Now that's some serious fire.
Don't we? Yes, the first boss! It's hard to take him seriously with the stars. Oh, I'm terrible. Horrible person.
This is getting serious.
I almost feel bad that he's like so easy on normal difficulty. I almost regret it. And I don't think that you can actually like change the difficulty on like the fly. Yeah, I don't think you can. So I'm just stuck with this difficulty until the end of the game. Oh well, we'll just be impressed by the spectacle of it all. Bwarch nonchalantly committing murder while musing over his sadness of SS3. And thus, Mega Satan became Stardust. He looks so awkwardly menacing. Now this is an interesting puzzle segment that kind of integrates itself into the game in a good way. That's the key to exit this area. So you just have to lower that pillar by pressing switches in order to get it down. Now I should note, if I fall into the water here at any time, there's really scary fish that will attack me. I think I'm right on that. Like last time I said that I was completely wrong. But I think here, like, the fish actually do attack you if you go into the water. So it's in your best interest to not have that happen. Oh god. There's a lot of these guys. Oh god. Okay, switch over to the right weapon. Please and thank you. And just explode all these guys into Stardust. And then we're gonna attack the screaming scorpion lady. 2 rockets. Jesus hell. All this screaming. Why can't we just be friends? Why you gotta scream at me like that, man? I mean, like Sam, you know, like Sam Serious Stone here. He's pretty good. He knows how to keep his voice down. And he knows when to speak and when not to speak. But the monsters in this game, they're so rude. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Fuck. Switch over to a different weapon. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm gonna die here because of how bad I'm playing. Please die. I have more? Fuck you. Ah! Oh my god. And I didn't see that guy spawning in the background. I am doing horribly here, and I've been doing so well up until this point. The rocket launcher isn't the best weapon to attack this guy with. Is he already dead? He's already dead. Ah! It hit me and I saw it coming! No! Alright. At least we can heal up a little bit. Random question time. What's everyone's guilty pleasure? Lady Gaga. Kind of. I just legitimately think that her songs are good. Let me see, do I have any other guilty pleasures? There's probably like a few movies that like a lot of people hate, but I love. I'm trying to think, like what are those movies? Because I remember like looking them up on like Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot, and they would have like 30s, and it'd be like, dude, that's a legitimately good movie, but it's not. It's a lot of people hate them. Just trying to remember what it is, though. What are the movies that I love? And I'm surprised that nobody, well, at least the critics, like, really hated. Like, Season of the Witch was kind of one, but I don't have, like, a particular love for that game, but I don't think it deserved, like, all the criticism that it got. I don't know. I probably won't be able to remember it on the fly for the movies that I love, but, like, got like really, really bad reviews. Nate's guilty pleasure is ASMR videos. Very interesting. I don't know if that's like a guilty pleasure. Like I would be very surprised at people like judging other people for that kind of thing. Long corridors. My one weakness. If I can learn like the numbers for where the weapons are, that would probably be pretty good instead of using the scroll wheel. Not that, not that, not that, not... Oh my god, I just shot myself in the face. Like, the thing about the rocket launcher is that if the enemy is, like, right in front of you, or you just shoot it, like, your feet or something, you're gonna take splash damage. Gotta be very, very careful with the rocket launcher. I'm just having a problem, like, with weapon management. Just learning. Like, why am I having such a problem? Like, it should be simple. Alright. Just something I gotta learn. Maybe liking Sonic Adventure is a guilty pleasure these days. Yeah, a lot of people would judge you for liking Sonic Adventure. And a lot of people do. And at the same time, if you don't like Sonic Adventure, like, especially Sonic Adventure 2, I found, like, I remember, like, watching, like, Game Grumps, and then, like, on an episode of Sonic 06, like, Aaron said that he hated, like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and the comments were, like, crucifying him. And, like, it had, like, the biggest dislike bar that a Game Grumps video has ever gotten. Oh, God. And, like, the thing is that out of, like, any game ever, I think that Sonic Adventure is, like, the one that is, like, the most divisive, where, like, a huge chunk of people like it, but at the same time, like, you can tell that it had kind of, like, game design. Like, some parts of it just didn't work, and some, like, characters were really meh to play with. Oh, do you see that? The bomber hit the frickin' Gnar. Oh god, no! I don't care. I did it. I did it for the vine, Ma. Ow. Oh, boy. I am just about to die here. Luckily, all marsh hoppers are taken care of. I could use that down there. That would be really, really nice right about now, is that power-up. There's some health right there. I'm gonna have to take this a little bit more seriously starting now. Resident Evil 6 is totally a guilty pleasure. That can totally count. Because, oh my god. From the things that I've heard, at least. And yeah, I agree with Nate's definition of the word. Still trying to think. What's a movie that I really love? Oh! The biggest guilty pleasure that I actually have as a person, in the sea of nerds as it is that I actually like the prequel Star Wars movies. I think they're not bad. And I actually like, what's his name? Jar Jar. I actually like him as a character. And I like his dialogue, and I like the way his voice sounds. That is probably the biggest guilty pleasure that I have as a person, that most people would be most willing to judge me for. Because there's some really cool scenes in the prequels. I mean, like, you watch, like, Dooku taking on, like, Yoda, and it's like, how is this considered bad? Like, come on. But then I realized that it's considered bad because in those, like, cool scenes is mired a lot of bullshit. I'd be very surprised to hear, like, somebody disliking, like, the Colosseum scene, for example. Like, I just feel like that was such a good scene. And the monsters in it were really interesting. Like, the whole thing with the prequels is that, like, for everything that they got right, and they did a really amazing and cool scene, then you had just, like, a politics scene where, like, they're talking to the audience, and it just goes on, and it's like, why? So I can understand why, like, a lot of people hate the prequels, but saying that they're, like, completely bad, I don't know about that. And I really liked, like, Anakin's whole, like, backstory, which was really interesting to see play out on the big screen. I don't know. The prequels are a mixed bag, and it's always interesting to talk about them, and it's interesting to hear how people would fix them. Like, what scenes they would take out and what scenes they would keep. I love the pod racing in episode 1, though. The pod racing was okay. I think they could have done some things to, like, make it a little bit more interesting. Like, a lot of it is just spectacle, I think. But it's, like, they could have done, like, more choreography kind of stuff, but I just feel like they kind of ran out of funding a little bit on it, and that's why there wasn't all that many nifty kind of situations going on in the pod racing. I heard a theory that Jar Jar was a highly skilled Sith Lord. Yeah, that's a fan theory that's going around. It's complete and utter bullshit, but it's kind of fun to see. And it's fun to see people trying to, like, make it work in the universe. Like, you've got, like, Jar Jar, like, dodging, like, the bullets in a comedic way. And then they're like, oh, the Sith Lord! There's his maneuvers! I'm not too big a fan of mayo myself. Just haven't checked behind me because they always spawn stuff behind you when you least expect it. That's interesting. I'm curious what that is, actually. This papyrus tells us about the Mounds of the Moon. It is a mythical place which, as ancient Egyptians believed, is the source of the Nile. I'm not sure if that place really exists. The Nile River is the greatest river in Africa and the longest river in the world. By its banks, the Egyptian civilization was born and passed away. So that is a little bit of a hint telling us about this secret level that we can get to. And I know exactly how to get to that secret level, and I will be going to that secret level. Oh no. Oh dear. Not you guys. There's only 2 of you, though. Interestingly enough. You're usually in larger numbers than that. Kind of surprising. No, not you. Were you just there? When did you spawn there? Just waiting for me in the back? Alright, let's go and kill the scorpion lady. Also, one of the first games I remember playing was the N64 pod racing game. Very nostalgic, that game, from what I hear. I didn't have an N64, so I didn't have even the possibility of owning it, but everybody who owned that pod racing game on the N64, like, loved the hell out of it as a kid. Anyone going to see the new Star Wars movie? I'll be going, but my parents are like really, really edgy about like seeing it like very soon after it comes out. So I'm gonna be seeing it probably like a month after it comes out or something stupid like that. Like even though we're in like a desert town, they're scared about going to go see it, which is kind of interesting. Mayo and Star Wars are obviously two very similar topics. Skeletons. And it's always cool when like they jump at you and they pounce at you and then you just have like your double barrel shotgun in hand. And then you just explode around you. Now here is a clear skeleton who is an attention whore. For shame. For absolute shame. Now here is an interesting little situation. Now, I hope Helu is still here to see this. I don't think Helu actually is still here to see this. The Wall of Darkness. And then, what happens with the Wall of Darkness? Well, we can't pass back through the Wall of Darkness. But we can hear the skeletons coming. In a great amount. Oh god. Oh, frick. I did more damage to myself there than anything else. Oh god. We're just hanging on by the skin of our chinny chin chin here. Oh no, run away! Run away! Oh. There was our first game over, ladies and gentlemen. So the thing about the kamikazes is that they're one of the few enemies, I think, in the game that are actually faster than you. They will outrun you. Ow. Really shouldn't have taken that hit. Oh my sweet goodness. What did you do? Yeah, I don't know what I did. Just doing the best I can, man. Now here is that cage situation that I was talking about, actually. That clear skeleton looked like really menacing for some reason in that lighting. Ah, not you. We're seeing this enemy like so much, and I stated previously that it's my least favorite enemy in the game. For obvious reasons. I don't know why I'm picking up that health. I actually probably shouldn't have, because this is a full heal right here. Or not. It actually is just a straight 100.
Come on, you ugly freaks!
And we're closed in. These guys can frickin' get through the bars because they're skinny assholes. Did you hear that, like, chainsaw? That was actually probably them, wasn't it? Three at a time, not bad. Jumping in and dodging.
Seriously, is that the best you can do?
Jumping and dodging. Ain't no thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. Oh god! Okay. We're actually still at 100 health. We actually came out of that on top, I think. If we can find where the hell this scorpion bitch is. Goddamn things. Bwarch got deadified. Bunch of skinny assholes in this jail. To quote Nicki Minaj, fuck those skinny bitches. This game is chock full of nice gameplay segments. Just really, really memorable, like, layouts and whatnot. Like, this is a shooter that actually has level design. Hello. Really claustrophobic in here. What's that button do? Oh! It gets rid of one of the traps. In fact, I believe I know that that trap is just on the other side of the room. So if we had gone into this room first, and we'd gone down to get that Ankh down there, the spikes would have just come down and killed us. So we just disabled the trap. Kind of interesting. Kind of not interesting, I think. Like, it's mostly like, that feels like a trap that's less for like the player's benefit and more for the developers being able to laugh at somebody. And I never really liked that kind of trap design. Like, any trap that you make, the player should be able to see it. Which, I mean, it's not really at eye level. Like, you can't see those spikes unless you're looking up, so... But then again, you do have the blood down there, so... kind of okay trap design, I guess. I'm kind of half and half on it. I question whether the clears were supposed to jump through the bars. I don't think they were. Oh, hey, Tommy gun. Nice. Let me add it. Now, is this... Ooh, shiny. I think I know what this gameplay segment is, and I love it. Where's the kamikaze? Just trying to keep the kamikazes in mind, so those things will kill you very, very easily. Finally, we get the Tommy gun, which is actually a proper gun for dealing with these frickin' marsh hoppers. By the way, the marsh hoppers are coming out of that portal, actually. If I just, like, angle this in a perfect way, then I can keep the marsh hoppers in line like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't no thing. Pretty simple gameplay segment. And then we move on. That trap was not for the player. Bwarch 2K15. Then Bwarch joined the Egyptian Mafia. This Tommy gun is cool! I forgot about you! The traps in this game, man. The traps, the traps, the traps. It's kind of charming in a way. Kind of really, really charming. What is this, the third level we're done with now? Sam's new model, I swear to God, like for the HD remake, they did really well on like the environmental stuff, but on any kind of like character models, they did horribly on, I think. Like, I seem to recall, like, Sam's player model, like, being much, much nicer than that. And this, it just goes into, like, Uncanny Valley. Now here is where the branch off is. So we can go across this bridge, and the bridge will break, and then we're going to have to go to, like, the normal level. But to get to the secret level, we simply go this way. We have to break a thing. I forget exactly what it is. Is it like shooting like this? Yes, it is. And then we can go across, and we don't have the bridge break on us. And then we can go to the secret level. The Moon Mountains. So it seems that this was not just a legend. The source of the Now really exists in these mountains. I'm glad that you found it. Let's take a walk and enjoy the view. But carefully, I think that we are not the only ones who found it. As we immediately find out. Nice little rockets. Those rockets are going to prove very, very valuable in this gameplay segment, actually. I love the grass here. Nice and lush. Gives a very interesting look to the level overall. Ow. Doing okay on my health, I think. Managing things quite nicely. Stay away from me, you damn dirty Nars. And harpies. Harpies and Nars. Oh my. There's gonna be a lot of harpies in this level if I remember right. Lollipops, thank you. Your gift is appreciated. How to make secret level entrances, a tutorial from the past. It's old school in the best possible way. Rockets, thank you very much. Whoa, where's the kamikaze? It's just right there, man. Just coming for me. Kamikazes are definitely like the enemy that probably like scares you the most. Like they just do so much damage to you if they explode on you. And they're just scary in like a thematic way anyway. Just with the yelling. Ow. Yeah, see? Yeah. God damn it. Never do that again, Bwarch. There will be a petition asking you to never do that again. Where are they? There they are. Death from above! I gotta move while I'm doing this too. Oh, hey, it's a Gnar too. Okay. That's what was hurting me. I think I heard another one. Yep. Your ears are a valuable resource in and of themselves in this game. Who knew? It actually probably kind of sucks, because this game would be horrible to play for anybody who is deaf. Like, there's so many audio cues. I really wanted to go to Egypt, personally. However, I'm having second thoughts after seeing what kind of shit people have to do after tourists get off their flight. Okay, so I gotta know, is that like a joke on the game or in actuality? Because it could be either or, actually. Technically, they're the ones dying. Their death comes from below. Very good point. Very good point. Marsh hoppers! Bombers! Lots and lots going on here, actually. And a mech, just to round things off. Casually switch my rocket launcher. I love how it just takes one rocket just to take down that thing. You almost feel like it would take more. Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Truly excellent. If I could just kill you, that would be just dandy. Alright. Marsh hoppers. And indeed, we have Marsh here, so it makes sense. Oh boy. I'm amused by the dumbest things. And that's okay. Nate's joke was a joke on the game. Fair enough. Like, just with how bad, like, things are these days, I can imagine that you wouldn't want to be a tourist to, like, some countries, you know? Even just a tourist to, like, America feels kind of bad nowadays. With just how bad, like, our flight system is kind of getting to be. Especially with all the shootings and whatnot. Jeez. Like, why would anybody want to travel nowadays and be a tourist anywhere? And some people are still doing it. Some people are still doing it. Either through bravery or stupidity. This long line of Nars. Just mowing them down like it ain't no thing. I felt like changing the blood up. Let's go ahead and change it to hippie. Why not? Change it to flowers for a while. See if there's anything interesting as far as like the RNG of the blood there. Anything that's akin to like the lollipops that fall in the kids mode. Get turned on. I'll go ahead and take those rockets. Ah! I guess I won't take those rockets. I'm full on them after all. I love the way the clear skeletons move. I'm telling you, that's just my favorite enemy type. It doesn't matter what. Like, that's probably like my favorite enemy in like anything ever, I think. I can't think of anything that I have, like, as much love for off the top of my head. Oh god, not these guys. And then immediately besieged by, like, the guys that I hate the most. And not even having the gun that's really, really nice for taking out these guys with. Into flowers you go. I understand, but Israel and Egypt legitimately interest me. I don't know. You're braver than I, that's for sure. But then again, I don't even leave, like, my city. Rarely leave my city, anyway. The biggest scaredy cat is me. Ever. You won't find a bigger scaredy cat than the one sitting right in front of you. Alright. This needs some management. Oh god. It needs the proper tool for the job, too. Not that tool. This is a really lovely, lovely looking hole. I mean, like, I feel like saying something else, but I mean, like, that's what it is. But the scenery looks really, really nice here. Water physics and whatnot. Ow! Fuck you. I was just admiring the whole... Never said I was going to them anytime soon. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Can wait until things blow over. If they ever do. You know what? Let's go ahead and say that they will. Why not? And have hope for the future. If you ain't got nothing else, you can have hope. That's for sure. all of a sudden, like, falling on me. The ragdolls in this game aren't nearly fun enough, considering that you can't really mess with them, like you can in, like, Dark Souls, for example. But they're still pretty fun ragdolls. Sometimes. Because of the random situations that will happen because of them. Ooh, circular waterfalls. Yeah. And we can go ahead and jump down there and die. We won't do that. Not this time, anyway. Where are you? Kill you with your own weapon. That's all you're good for. Dang it, clear! Why'd you have to give me a back rub? I wasn't even sore or anything. I don't need a massage right now. Oh no. My least favorite enemies. I mean, I gotta show you guys, right? I gotta show you guys my least favorite enemy. I hate these things. I hate these things. I hate these things. So yeah, lightning fish. Lovely little buggers, really. In the HD remake, I don't think they look nearly as frightening as they do, though. Like, I don't know. I can't help saying, like, every single time, just how different of an experience, like, the HD remake is to the original, in terms of, like, the character models. In fact, I was hyping that up a lot. I don't think that I'm actually as scared of those things as I used to be. Are you seeing the pumpkins, by the way? Where did the pumpkins come from? Is that an RNG effect from the blood? And carrots? Oh, God. Out of hippie blood? Carrots and pumpkins? I'm kind of having a hard time seeing the similarity. I wonder how such a thing would work without the hole filling up. Well, supposedly it's the source of the Nile. Yeah. Just like Helu said. I feel like if Bwarch was a serial killer, he would make funny poses with the corpses of his victims based on his love of ragdoll physics. That's horrible. But I probably would. Oh god, hello. Where's the health bar for you, by the way? This boss has no health bar, guys. It's immortal. We're doomed. Oh, it actually does kind of have a health bar. If you look at our crosshair, and it turns yellow and then red. That's one way of having a health bar. Just a redone version of the first boss that we saw. Ow! What the fuck? Harpies! Goddamn harpies! You know, our goddamn sick eyes. God damn it. The soundtrack for this game is also, like, really, really great. Especially the song that plays at times like that. Especially, like, you might not be able to hear it, like, with the way that I've got the stream set up, but like, you've got the voice actor for Serious Sam just yelling, "War!" like, over and over during the song. Just goofy. Just so goofy in, like, the best way for a game like this. So many flowers to enjoy. Ragdolls! And we end on the secret level. That was the secret level, everybody. Very nice little way to spice up the gameplay. Now on to the Oasis. Now this is where the secret level drops us, and this was where we would have gone immediately if we dropped into where the bridge drops us. We're starting to get into the territory where I really, really love the game, by the way. Like, maybe the level or two after this is where things start getting really, really fun. So I'm going to try and hurry through it as much as I can. Harpies from above! Oh no, I'm so surprised, considering that I've never seen this before. I don't even begin to know what to call the... Oh god. Yeah, this is where things start getting really horde-oriented, honestly. You actually have to start really memorizing, like, enemy patterns and whatnot. Prioritizing targets. You can actually have the kamikazes, like, explode on their other enemies, and that's a pretty good strategy. Like, you don't even need grenades in this game. Like, kamikazes are your grenades in this game. I would rather not have done that, but at least I hit one of them. Where's the harpy going? I'll show you how they kick, actually. They just kick at you as they fly by. Kind of like the clears do, actually. Just try and pounce on you as they go. They actually have very similar AI now that I think about it. I hear ya. I hear ya. You don't have to yell so loud, guy. No. Yes. No. Maybe. Not really. Maybe not really feeling it today. Possibly. Zero out of 7 secrets in the secret level. What the 0 out of 7 secrets in the secret level means is that I didn't find the secrets that were actually there. So there's actually probably... That's interesting to note, actually, that I didn't find any secrets there. God, I wouldn't even begin to know where to look. There's probably a whole lot of really nifty shit that we missed because of that. So this is the remake. How on earth was the old game optimized enough to deal with that many at once? More, if on a higher difficulty. Well done, devs. Well, damn good programming. And the fact that this was, in fact, a PC game when it came out. And I don't even believe that it was... really it had anything to do with consoles. It was never released on a console in its previous incarnation. Because consoles simply couldn't handle it. At that time, I believe it was like the N64. Possibly was the time frame that this game came out with. Either that or the SNES. And like, yeah. The original game for this came out on PC. It was optimized for PC. And PCs are really, really good at handling stuff like this. Whereas consoles really aren't. Okay, I'll stop with that nonsense. I'll try and not be too patronizing on that stuff. But when you see a game that is just really, really optimized for PC and it doesn't have to be downgraded at all for consoles, it's a glorious experience. There's even like a Serious Sam game that is on the PS2. I think it's actually like just called Serious Sam, possibly. And then you have Serious Sam 2. And those games are horrible. Those games are awful. They just feel terrible. It's Serious Sam the first encounter and Serious Sam the second encounter that are the best games in the franchise. Serious Sam the second encounter especially is really good. It just improved on everything the first one did. Grenade launcher! And it's going to come in handy. Immediately. Yes, I'm using rockets and I'd really rather not, but whatever. I'm like, these guys are coming to like a lot. So if I was going to try and shotgun those guys down, that probably wouldn't work so well. Gotta get more into the horde mode of things. I'm assuming that Nate is joking about chemistry in the chat. Oh my god! Spawning right in front of me. Like I said, enemies in this game can be really rude sometimes. That's kind of funny. Now there's a secret in this room. I'm gonna try and remember how to activate it. Bingo! And then we get one of the best weapons in the game, the minigun. And you can just wind it up. Not the right gun for the job right now, though. It's funny to, like, listen every now and then and hear, like, the Egyptian-style music that they've got going on for the ambient segments in between the battle segments. Very fitting. Oh, God, no! Oh my God! I was not expecting these guys to just freaking pile in behind me. I'm down to 25 life. 50 life if we want to count that health pickup that I'm about to get. Okay, gonna go ahead and save. Hello. He's like a cat, staring at the wall. You know, like that one thing that cats will do sometimes, especially when they get, like, injured in the head, when they'll just go up against a wall and they'll rub their head against the wall. That's what that clear skeleton was like right there. Die! Die. The Zelda CDI games, with Ganon just saying, die! Die! God, I can't even, like, say, like, the cadence of it right. But you all know what I mean. God, my health is doing bad. I'm at exactly the right difficulty for what I'm doing. Ooh. This looks like a fun segment.
Let's get serious.
Indeed. I'm just jamming out to music, I don't know about you guys. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I actually do want the slower fire rate. Because the minigun and the Tommy gun are considered like the same like ammo type. It's just that the Tommy gun fires at like a slightly slower pace than the Tommy gun. Dang it! How'd I lose? Oh, and I gotta go through the entire fucking thing again. Fuck. Why me? This is very therapeutic, though, I gotta say. Dang it, taking hits. Like, I actually start out this fight with, like, a lot of health and a lot of armor. So the fact that they actually got me down to 0, something else. I wonder how much they damage me, like, each time. I feel like it's, like, 4 or something like that. Okay, give me... Tommy gun! Please! There we go. No! Fuck. No, 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 no. I'm almost done with the fight. Oh my god, and we're all... There we go. Just... Please don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Second. Good. Haven't even got the Tommy gun ammo that I could go for there, but whatever. We're done with this fight. I can't even imagine how hard that fight must be on, like, the harder difficulties. Only died once on normal. That's enough for me, man. You'll never take me alive! Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah. Ganon's appearance in that was interesting. Ganon? Fun little gameplay segment. Very, very fun. Exactly why we're playing the game after all. No! Oh god, I see what they're doing. Bigger and bigger enemies. No! Oh. Oh god, no, 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 no! No! I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. I was not fucking prepared. It's like, oh, just one little marsh hopper? I can deal with that. That's kind of amusing. Oh. Oh. Oh, Ganon and I want to be the Bwarch. I wouldn't know. Like, I don't like those games at all. I feel like those games have really shit game design as far as I want to be the guy and I want to be the Bwarch. Like, the Bwarch story is hilarious because it's this freaking guy that was streaming and he was like, I want to be the guy, it's too easy, I wish it was harder. And a game developer actually heard him and made the harder version of I want to be the guy. And they named it after that streamer, I want to be the Bwarch. So you took one look at I want to be the guy and you said, this isn't hard enough. Gotta make it harder. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get, like, people's love for I want to be the guy, honestly.
Here comes trouble.
This feels like a terrible, awful game. Ooh boy. We're getting into some very interesting gameplay segments, by the way. I just remembered this level. Aw, right in my face. With some amazing music, actually. I played I Want to Be the Guy in high school. I don't ever want to touch them again. Yeah, basically. I mean, like, the whole thing with a game like that is that I just want to, like, make it very, very clear to game designers that it's not hard to make a game hard. It's actually really, really easy to make a game hard. Where, like, difficulty comes in for a developer is making a game hard, but satisfying for the player. Like, what kind of systems do you put in to encourage the player to beat it, like, all the way through the end instead of just quitting and saying, this is bullshit? Like, Super Meat Boy, for example, is something that I really respect, because it's a really, really hard game, but its systems all coexist to, like, really make that an easier kind of time. So you have, like, each level is, like, really, really small, right, most of the time? So even if you're dying a lot, it doesn't really matter that much. And the restart in Super Meat Boy, it's like that. Just restart, restart, restart. It has, like, no time in between, like, deaths and living, which, for a game like that where you're going to be dying a lot, matters. It's just a single button press to get back into the game after you die. So I don't know. Like, I don't respect games that are just hard for hard's sake. I respect games that are hard and have systems that really keep that in mind. But I feel like more and more often that not a whole lot of people care about that kind of design. Because more and more often I'm finding that these games that are just designed to punish players are getting popular. And indeed, like, you take one look at the leaderboards for Mario Maker, and you find that the hardest bullshit levels are getting, like, really, really high in the rankings. Like, those are the levels that are getting, like, the most love as it stands. I don't know. I question design sense a lot. Which I probably shouldn't, because it's not like I'm an amazing game designer myself. But I feel like I have, like, at least some idea of do's and don'ts. Oh no. Just trying to figure out where the closest one is. Hordes and hordes of enemies. Ow. Came from behind me there. Ow. Just gotta listen. I gotta try and use my ears here. See which ones are closest. So many kamikazes. So many. And this little pack is kind of interesting, because it contains, like, all your resources just get topped up. All of your ammo. Not actually your health and armor. I was keeping an eye on that, although I think it might go to, like, 100 possibly. So if it's below like 100 for your armor or health, it'll give you a little bit of a top up there. But it won't like completely like go over it like some of the other items do. This minigun is really satisfying to use. Poor little kamikaze felt left out. Last one of his kind. I like to call the marsh hoppers pocket poop. Now there's two things that we could do. We could go for the secret that's over that way, but I don't see much point in it, and I kind of don't like this level enough to like really stay in it for too long. And we have just going the normal way. So we'll just go the normal way. Just get through this level as fast as possible, because I think like one of my absolute favorite levels is like right after this. A new gun. This gun's very fun, actually. The laser gun, let's call it. I'm gonna make use of it enormously right here. The game developers knew what they were doing. They're like, hey, let's give them this new gun, and let's have them have to use it, like, immediately on some enemy types that were actually really good for using it with. It's actually kind of like giving you the weapon that those blue guys have. Like, it's the exact same kind of projectile, too. So it's like using their own medicine against them. Very cathartic, as it stands. As it turns out. A little bit of a top up on my ammo here. Always need ammo. Ammo is great. Ammo is life. Need to reboot the stream tab. It keeps crashing. Hope that's on your end. Well, that sounds kind of mean, but I'd rather it be on somebody else's end than my end, because that means that I've got to change like settings and whatnot. Although, to be fair, I am trying out some new settings for this stream, and hopefully things are going to work out. I decided to have the stream in 720p, for example, instead of 1080p, because I wanted to have 60 FPS. Because you basically have to make a trade-off between doing 1080p and 30 FPS, or 720p and 60 FPS. Because if you try and do like 1080p with 60 FPS, there will be viewers that just can't watch the stream. Their internet will just not be able to handle it. So until like internet infrastructure like gets better in general, and more people are able to actually watch that kind of stream, it's actually a bad idea to just go full hog with it. Even if I can stream it. And of course I can stream it. Yeehaw indeed. Took the words right out of my mouth, Sam. It's on my end, no worries, man. I suppose. I do worry about it, though. But I think my settings are pretty good as it stands. I don't feel like I have to change anything. Probably won't have to change anything for a long, long time as far as my stream settings go. Which is nice. Now, is my favorite level the next one? No, my least favorite level is the next one. You know what? I'm going to save this one for the next time, actually. So as it stands, I believe that will be the end of the stream. Like, what time is it? Like, how long was the stream? Like, was this a decent time? I streamed for 2 hours. That's more normal streaming time, so yeah. So, thank you all for joining me on this lovely little time with visiting yet another one of the games from my childhood. I should probably stop doing that. I should probably stop going back to re-experience like old goodies, and I should start like seeking out like new stuff. I had that stacking game gifted to me on Maiku, by Maiku with the other stream, so I could probably check that out sometime. And of course, like if anybody has like any games that they want me to check out, do feel free to let me know. I'm always willing to stream something new. So if you ever have a game that you really want me to see streamed, and you really want me to experience, feel free to let me know. Lunatic is talking about the quality thing. There are too many Twitch streams I can't watch because they don't offer quality my internet won't choke on. Yeah, you really got to keep that in mind as a streamer, I think. I would love to just do 1080p, 60 FPS, especially with the beast rig that I've actually got that can actually handle that kind of thing with most games. But internet infrastructure just sucks. Like, it's kind of interesting to think about because, like, technology, like graphics technology has improved, like, in leaps and bounds. And then, like, the choke point has become internet. Like, internet is just so bad. I have a feeling that it's even holding back, like, multiplayer games because they have to keep in mind, like, just how slow, like, internet is. So they have to, like, keep in mind that for, like, their models and their rendering and whatnot. Thanks for streaming, man. Thanks for watching, man. It is very appreciated. Good night to you too, Nate. Alright. I'll sign off here. Later, everybody. I'll see you for the next one.